clutch cable. God damn it. Hold on. God damn it. There it is. So, yeah, you broke your clutch cable. Sweet. So basically, you can ride it.
Really?
Yeah.
Just shift?
Yeah.
Okay.
So look, this is how it works. From a stopping point, it's not going to work too good. So what you want to do is kind of push off a little bit.
Gotcha.
As you're pushing off, you kind of fucking pop it into gear. Once you're going, you don't really need the clutch.
Okay.
But
maybe we should take it back to the house now.
Well, yeah, and I could throw a new cable in it. That's pretty easy. But yeah, you broke your clutch cable.
That sucks.
So.
Okay, well, let's give it a shot.
So just make sure you're in neutral.
Oh yeah, I'm in neutral.
You want me to ride it?
Shit. No, I got it.
You got it.
Get going at all.
Try put it in second. Go to second gear.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to be in it's easier if you're in motion.
Okay, I'm in neutral. No, I'm not. Now I am.
Here, let me.
Okay. All right, Leo.
So.
What do you need to do?
Have you seen what I'm talking about yet with the throttle? Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. That's pretty great.
Pretty beastly, right?
Yeah.
Fucking right.
What's nice is too, I know, is like when you're in fourth gear, you got a lot of response in that throttle still.
Totally.
You can really hit it.
First gear is nasty.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's insane. It's a totally different bike. It totally is. It's crazy.
And it runs in wide open too. I feel like it feels real good. I think we got it. I think it's set up right.
I don't think it's anywhere where it's like, as soon as whenever you hit fourth gear, you can still gun it to the next fucking whatever speed you want to get to. There's no fucking like.
There's no lag at all. Yeah. This, I don't know what's going on with this.
I feel what you're saying, especially when you switch gears.
It's like, it's running out of fuel, and you hit it.
It does a bog thing.
So it's starving for fuel for some reason. So I got to kind of look through a couple things and see. He was complaining about it, and
maybe it's got some dirt in the line or something.
No, it's something else, I think. But I'm gonna check a couple things. I think he might be jetted a little too low too. I don't know. But well, let's swap a clutch cable.
Fucking clutch cable.
Real easy. So first thing is, you gotta see where the clutch cable is here. Where the hell is it? Oh, over here. Here's your clutch cable, right?
Okay. It's just coming fucking way out. Jeez.
It is.
So the new one.
So what we need to do is we have to take our pinch bolt off.
Okay.
Right, and then we're gonna need a screwdriver. So you're gonna take your handle off, and there's two little washers in here. One goes on the top, one goes on the bottom. Okay, you're coming through now.
It's stuck. Okay, you're pulling.
No, yeah, you were just hitting the bottom of the thing here.
Okay.
All right, so now that you put the cable in, you basically take this guy.
Nice.
Right.
See that?
This is going to go back in. So what we're going to
This
do
goes
is,
to the top.
well, we'll put the washers. The hardest part is getting these washers back on. Is that what's on? Yeah. So you screw this guy down. What we're looking for is a relationship between where it grabs, not where we start to actuate the clutch, right?
Okay.
So you feel how see how one finger, I can I'm moving the arm, but I'm not actuating the clutch.
Yes.
Like here, I'm actuating the clutch.
Yes. I see that.
See, so there's a little bit of slop in there. Go ahead. You see how it's
on the front end,
there's that little bit of slop. So you want to have a little bit, because if it's too tight, you're engaging the clutch all the time, right? But I'm going to take some of that slop out. So let go of it for a second. Okay. So now that that's tight, it's actually not bad.
No, that's fine.
I don't like that noise that it makes.
WD-40. I think that's just the washers, huh? Maybe.
What we want to make sure is that here's that ball that's sitting in there, and we want to make sure that it's rotating, because what can happen is that ball can move like this
And pull the cable.
and it stretches the cable instead of it rotating with it,
Gotcha.
and that's why it breaks. Yeah, we can hit it with a little graphite.
Little spritz.
No, I'm just popping it on. I gotta fuss around with the speedometer too, because that doesn't work. All right, Bennett came and picked up his scooter. So we went on a little extended ride, and I took Leo's P200 out just to kind of shake it down, because he had been complaining of some throttle problems. And man, Bennett's scooter was running perfect. Like the throttle was perfect, everything was great. And then on the ride, he broke a clutch cable, so we came back and fixed it, and well, he took off. But now I'm gonna run through a couple of problems with Leo's P200. And it's doing this thing where when you're kind of running almost wide open, it feels like it's running out of gas. Not quite wide open. I had a thought when he told me about it that maybe the float bowl basically was starving itself for fuel. It's essentially running itself out of fuel because it's not holding enough fuel in the bowl. So I ordered a spacer to raise it up. But it was doing something else when I was riding it, and actually a lower throttle. I'm not really sure, but I'm just gonna take a look, make sure that our fuel delivery is good. I'm also gonna double check his main jet. And I have a feeling maybe I should go up 1 point on his main jet. Also, his speedometer doesn't work, so I'm gonna take a look at what's going on with that. So there's not a lot of parts to the speedometer. And I have a feeling that the cable probably just isn't seated very well, because these are notoriously tricky to get to. Let's see. Don't really give you any room to work here at all. Can't get your hand in here. Damn it. It's just... I'm gonna run a little test and just make sure that I'm gonna spin the cable with a drill and make sure that the cable is actually spinning the speedometer first. So just so we can rule that out and that our problem is down here and not up there. Alright, well, there's one problem. We're not spinning at the actual speedometer. So, looks like I've got to take the top of the headset off. So I don't know what was going on, but that cable was not actuating the speedometer at all. And it was the right size. There's two different size cables. There's a small one and a larger one. And it has the larger one. But for whatever reason, I think maybe it wasn't, maybe the end where it threads into the speedometer wasn't allowing the inner part of the cable to make contact with the mechanism of the speedometer. But I had this other cable and I hooked it up and it works with the drill, so it's working. So now let's see if I can shove all this back together. This is a couple things I really hate doing on these, and this is one of them, because there's no way for me to get my big old hands in here. I can't see what I'm doing. Everything's tiny. So I think I got the speedometer cable fixed. Ran that new cable, tested it with the drill. It's definitely actuating the speedometer, and hopefully I've got it seated properly back in the steering column, and that little gear that drives it isn't chewed up. I think this is going to work. And then I needed to rejet this carburetor. It was definitely too small of a main jet. When I pulled it out, it still had its 116 in it, which I must not have paid attention when I was putting this all back together, because 116 is definitely too small. It's a stock P200, and 116 would have been normal, but we're running a SIP road pipe, and I've got the air filter drilled out. So I went up to a 119, which I think should be plenty for this. But the only way to know is to take it for a ride. But otherwise, I think I'm pretty good. Or, well, hopefully pretty good. Oh yeah, I definitely fixed it. Speedometer's working, and no more boggy throttle. I think I could maybe still go up to a 120, but I don't have a 120 jet, so well, that's for next time.